Part 2. Best Long Range, InfiRay RICO Hybrid 75-640. Pros. Supported by excellent InfiRay outdoor app. Ships with robust quick-detach cantilever rail mount. Ambidextrous objective lens focus intuitive button functionality. 10 electronic reticles. Picture-in-picture mode. Cons. At around $8,000, a hefty investment. Significant battery drain in cold weather. Sluggish performance when rangefinder and image capture operate concurrently. Scorecard. Ease of setup, very good. Connectivity, very good. Thermal performance, excellent. Shootability, very good. Fieldworthiness, good. Price/value, good. Key features. Sensor resolution, 640 by 512. 75mm objective. Detection range, 3,600 yards. Sensor frame rate, 50 Hz. Optical magnification, 4x. 8x digital magnification. Onboard laser rangefinder. 6-hour runtime. We greeted InfiRay's claim that the RICO hybrid scope could detect deer-sized objects out to 3,600 yards with a big dose of skepticism. After all, that's a lot of real estate for any optic, especially in the veiling darkness of night. But at this year's Outdoor Life Optics test, we used the hybrid to scan the miles-distant face of the soaring Rocky Mountain front, and damned if we didn't detect an animal. It might have been a cow moose or a young bull elk, feeding out of a cottonwood bottom and grazing on a foothill pasture, at 1 in the morning. The next day, we ranged the spot. It was 2 miles away, 3,311 yards, to be exact. InfiRay's claims are spot on. This is a serious, expensive, and very capable thermal scope, and if you have $8,000 laying around, you should run to a retailer or internet site to buy this. It's that good. It's actually a little too good. We've been used to rating the relative merits of thermals based on their sensor and display resolution. Those with higher resolution innards generally deliver better imagery, and since this is a test of optics, image is everything. Well, almost everything. This is one of the few cases in thermal devices where lowish sensor resolution doesn't necessarily result in disappointing performance. The RICO hybrid scope has a fairly pedestrian sensor resolution of 640 by 512 microbolometers, which should produce a forgettable image. But InfiRay has combined a huge 75mm objective lens, a 50mm lens is also available, with a high-resolution 2560x1920 pixel display, and a sophisticated digital processor to boost the image, creating sharp, immersive, three-dimensional images out of quavering nocturnal targets. The hybrid has a number of other appealing features for thermal hunters. It ships with a built-in Picatinny mount that easily mates to most rifle rails, and it has a couple of other integrated PIC rails that accept accessories, including a sold separately InfiRay laser rangefinder module. Its controls are simple and easy to use at night. Those include a dial focus control that's easy to use with gloved hands, and a smaller dial that controls the internal menu. The device captures both photos and videos, and sharing them through the InfiRay Outdoors app is easy and simple. Users can also choose to manually download images stored on the 64 GB onboard memory of the RICO. The unit has a recoil-activated video capture mode that allows users to capture 30 seconds before and after the trigger is pulled. Runtime on the rechargeable batteries is about 6 hours, depending on how much recording you do, and given the great image capture of this device, you're going to do a lot of videoing. There are some important downsides to this hefty thermal scope. The first is its physical size. It weighs 2.8 pounds, so you'd better have a good bipod or tripod to handle the weight of the optic and your rifle. And it's undeniably expensive, especially when you consider that a laser rangefinder will cost another $800 to add a Bluetooth-connected rangefinder to this unit. But for a thermal scope that will fully reveal the faraway world at night, and will help shooters place bullets thanks to customizable reticles. This scope is in a class of its own. When you consider that it also performs as a very competent handheld thermal viewer, the sticker shock is a little less, well, shocking.